What up, guys? Any tier, Guild Forever, however you want to call me. We're going to be reviewing Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest chapters 37 through 41. Well, then, best things in these chapters. First of all, Larcade and August as children. Best part. Second best part, Makarov seeing one of his old guild mates, who is Ryeth, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you thought it was random that Ryeth was a Fairy Tail member? Like it was a random throw-in? Just because it, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, how was Natsu going to win that fight against Ryeth? I don't think he would have won because of the synchronization rate. Um, using, well, no. Then again, it looked like he was still like giving. Natsu was overpowering Makarov. I don't know whether it was Ryeth not being able to pull out the maximum potential of Makarov, or Natsu is just becoming that much more powerful. I don't know. Let me know. So yeah, those two things more or less. I'll even make that a question. For question one, like, do you guys think Ryeth being a Fairy Tail member was random, or it wasn't, or it was alright, or did you not care? Just let me know in regards to that question, what you think on that. I noticed that even though the Fairy Tail Guild, most of the members are considered whitened or white out or whatever you call it, they are still themselves. No matter how much you want to try to manipulate a person's personality, who they are, what makes them them, you still can't rid them of their core being. For example, Loxus, even though he's technically whitened, you still couldn't get rid of that one trait fact of himself that he couldn't admit to anyone else, but he did admit in the later chapter, saying like he's like strength. What? He considered himself weak. Despite being as powerful as he is, he never considered himself extremely powerful. He considered himself being weak due to his mistakes and everything that's happened. And so that's why he, like, it's like he's being very humble to himself, saying like, would humble or modest be the proper word? I don't know. Let me guys know. Saying stuff like, oh, even though based on another person's perception of him, he's like ridiculously strong, but to him, in his own heart, in his soul, in his being, he thinks of himself as still as weak. I'm guessing due to his past mistakes, or just how he perceives himself in general. It's a little tricky on that one. Personally, I thought, like, even though that does make sense to Loxus's character, given everything that's been through during the course of Fairy Tail, and seeing it like be reminded of how he's come a long way since then, really shows how he's developed from that one time when he went out of control, and slowly building himself up to become something. Because if you really think about it, in early on Fairy Tail, when he was a massive douchebag, he was very similar to his father. Like, maybe not so much so in trickery, but just in the nature. He was kind of messed up, and you can say it's because of his father's involvement and being so full of himself with power. It gave him that mentality. But no, early on he was very much so like his father. But as he grew older in strength and growth as a character, he displayed more and more that he is a lot stronger face value, but to himself, he doesn't consider himself strong. He considers himself weak, despite the overwhelming force of strength he shows. He was able to beat Kiria like it was, in my opinion, Loxus, like, effortlessly defeated Kiria. I mean, yeah, he's an S-class wizard, but I thought he'd at least get some damages or something. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I knew Loxus was gonna win. I just didn't think he would win easily. Like, that was too damn easy. It's not that I don't agree with it. I'm just like, wow. Like, I'm getting that wow surprise out of it. Like, bro, I knew you were strong, but because of how this girl Kiria came off as extremely powerful, I guess I just needed to be reminded, like, hey, 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 chill. She's strong. Facts. But she ain't gonna be no Loxus. Or Urza. Or Mira Jane. Yeah, I don't even think she would be able to beat Mira Jane. Like, let's be real. Maybe with that strength magic, would she get Mira Jane? I think she would, actually. I think that spell of making people of cutting people's strength, internally, not so most physically. I think that worked on Urza. And if that can work on Urza, I'm pretty sure that can work on Mira Jane. It's just Loxus is more developed and more. He sees things more than just black and white. He is very open minded to things. He is very open to himself. Throughout, I mean, I'm just saying, during that time when he was exiled from Fairy Tail, he might have come the long way growing up, seeing himself more, becoming more of him. Like, because think about it, when you're on a solo journey, you see more of yourself. You're exposed more to yourself. You recognize who you are more. And to himself, based on his little journey he had before during the Tenro Island arc and way back further then, he might have saw who he really was deep inside. And even though he has a lot of strength on the surface, internally he feels like he's lacking strength. There's strength here, but there's still strength to be earned in here. So that shows that Loxus as a character is still growing, and who knows, maybe that internal growth can reflect on his actual prowess, you know, being a Thunder Dragon Slayer or a Lightning Dragon or shit, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So yeah. And to be honest, I actually did like that. It shows why that cutting spell would not work on Loxus, because, like, you think I'm strong? I mean, face value, maybe, but to himself, I still got a lot of growing to do. Like, he's like, this isn't the end for Loxus Dryer. Like, there's still many things I need to learn, many things about myself to yet to be discovered in order for me to accept. Like, even though to others they perceive him as strong, he will keep growing until he himself recognizes himself as strong, both in mind, heart, and body. That's what I think. He's got the body down, mind, heart, still growing. So I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a good little way of showing. It wasn't that big of a way to expose Loxus's growth, but it was a nice little insight. You know what I mean? What do you guys think of that? Let me know. Like, I'm curious on your thoughts on that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, heck, Loxus destroyed that Dragon Eater. No pun intended. Pause. Anyway, still, like, I feel like the creator of Fairy Tail really wants, he really holds Makarov as like this high pedestal. I don't know. I mean, me, I respect Makarov. Definitely top 5 or top 10 favorite characters for me. And he didn't want someone like Natsu to take down Makarov, because it feels like if Makarov was defeated by Natsu, it would tarnish his rank. You know what I mean? So they thought, hey, instead of Natsu like completely clapping the everlasting shit out of Makarov, he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna let this guy remember who he was, and in turn making him not want to fight Natsu anymore and resting in peace. Because if you really think about it, even though Natsu did get a pretty clean hit off of Makarov / Ryeth, the fight wasn't really set in stone. It's like Ryeth Makarov got like a pretty good nice hits on Natsu. Natsu did the same thing, And it's like, you know what? We're just going to stop it there. Let's not ruin Makarov's reputation to losing to this A-class wizard, despite the fact that Natsu defeated Acnologia. With the help of everyone else, of course. But still, you get the point. The creator probably didn't want Makarov to lose like this. So instead of having him lose, he's like, let's make him remember who he was. But how are we going to do it? He's already inside Makarov. You know what? Just make him a Fairy Tail member. There's so many members at this point. And there's a lot of members in Fairy Tail we still haven't like discussed from the previous generations. So we can get away with making him a Fairy Tail member. Right, guys? Yeah. Why not? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, right? Yeah, let's do it. He's a Fairy Tail member. Bam! He gets emotional and he's like, nah, I can't fight you. We're family. Ain't gonna happen. Bam! Makarov keeps his reputation. This guy is done. Natsu did not defeat Makarov. There we go. Put a page on that. Pen it. Bam! So yeah, that's what I think happened. So question 2. I already mentioned question 1 and I'm getting into the questions. So question 2. Let's see. Out of all the Dragon Eaters, like from the for the members of Diablos, out of all of them, let me know, guys. Which one? Let me think. Which one is by far like your least favorite based on what I already know? Not what you already know, based on what I already know. Let me know in the comment section below. Pretty basic, I know, but that's all I can think of. But anyway, that's it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, sub if you haven't already. Really motivates me to put more content out there for you guys as my guildmates, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace. Where's that stop button? There it is.